me, Fujit, and this is the final stage of Preview Skill number 2 here on the EU server for the autumn season of 2022. Hey, we are following Group 5. Is it Group 5? Yes, Group 5, which includes the likes of Jokes, TTT, Charm, Tournament Tank or Turk Tank, Rise, Kroll, XAN, and Lyrex. I don't know who we will be following first. However, I'm not the only streamer out there. So if you go down to tournaments, go to current, go on to this one, you'll then see that there are lots of us. There are hundreds of thousands. No, there's not hundreds of thousands. There is quite a few people. Now, if I have a look through those people, we have me streaming Group 5, which I've just gone through. We then have Amunet. She is streaming Group 7. That includes ASN, Lowen, Ego, Commerce, I don't know, Usra, maybe, UNNV, Hagi, sorry, and N1. Every good name is taken as then doing Group 6, which includes Imor, AB, 7PTC, BTD, PWNZ, FRS, Punisher, and 1 Ted. That's so far. Then we go down to Wild Ones Helper. He is down in Group 3, which I believe includes my clan. Yes, it does. Vale, OMW, Win, Source, Serenity, Wanted, Pog, and Genty. Moving across, we have 9O. He is down in Group 10. And Group 10 will include the likes of APA, 3SU, Ukto, Krong, OGT, GX, Zenith, and LA. Those are all the English-speaking streamers. We then have iShot, the RU-speaking streamer. He is doing Group 1, which will include Pink, Future, Prof, EQ, another tournament clan, Eagles, Phoenix, and M8K. We then have Manu. He is doing Group 2 in Italian. That includes Top Team BPS or BPS Speed Rennie, Q-Boy or Oi-Boy, Cash, MFG, Legion, looks like Meta, M1A1S, and LSA. And last but finally, by no means least, is Robert85 streaming in Espanol. He has got Group 4, which will include the other BPS, XYPMA, Demon, Quick, UZ, Astils, Apply, and O. Those are all the streams. Those are what we can see out there. So, guys, you need to sort of get to find out which team you're supporting, who you're going out with, etc., etc. We are going out with TTT against Rise. That's who we are going out with. This is a bit different to the last time. So there are quite a lot of battles to be done, and there's quite a lot of space in between those battles, so you have to bear with us, guys. Unlike Preview Skills Stage 1 and Stage 2, this one isn't double elimination. It's a little bit different to that, because we then have a third place playoff. Everybody is out to get those cups. They all want those cups, because at the end of the day, it is really, really claustrophobic up there at the top of the table. So all the teams today will be fighting hard to try their best to secure their spaces going into the next PYS, which is PYS number 3. So if we have a look at the leaderboard, we have, well, the top 8, which actually comprises of more than 8. It comprises of 9 at the moment, all on the same amount of cups. So it's really close up there, really, really close. Anyway, let's jump into the room. We are rolling out on Dynasty's Pearl. We are following TTT and Rise. Looking at the teams, I'm not overly familiar with them all. So we've got 2.5 minutes to have a look at them. So we have Seek and Destroy. I know Seek and Destroy. We have Genhart, or Genhart, Gabriel, Padji, another Seek and Destroy, but that one's Tat, The Odyssey, and Zapot. than what we've got them going out. And we have the Seek and Destroy TTT in the VK72, Jen Art in the Type 71, Gabrielle in the IS7, Pudgy in the Type 71, Seek and Destroy TAT in the Type 71, the Odyssey in the 60TP, and Support in the Type 71. Moving over to the Rise team. I'm going to have trouble with these. Cot, I'm going to call you Cot, I hope you don't mind, mainly because I really struggle trying to speak Cyrillic in Romanized letters. Cot is in the Sheridan. We then have, I'm going to call you Camo. Again, I can't do Romanized Cyrillic. Unfortunately, we have Camo in the Mouse. It looks like Evgashek. Do you mind if I call you Evga? So Evga is in the Type 71. Invisible in the Type 71. Mako in the Type 71. Is that phenomenal? Phenomenon. So we have Phenomenon in the Type 71. And, oh, dearie me, another one that's going to really test me. Akrol? Karol? Karol maybe, I don't know, is in the Mouse. Guys, I can read in Russian, but I can't read. I seriously really get confused when it's Romanized Cyrillic. It just doesn't sit well in my brain, so apologies if I'm getting all these names drastically and utterly wrong. It's not done on purpose. It's done because I'm not very good at Romanizing Cyrillic, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Anyway, we will have TTT going out on the South Spawn, Rise on the North Spawn here on Dynasty's Pill. Dynasty's Pill is always a map where you get the super heroes rolling out like the Mouse, etc, etc. So no surprises that we're seeing a double Mouse being pulled out by Rise here. Not a single Mouse on the other team though. Support is now dropped into a WZ113 and so is Seek and Destroy TTT. Checking their strat a little bit there with their meta selection. Be interesting to see two Mouses. Well, it's always difficult to get through those HP points or hit points on a Mouse. It'd be interesting to see how they play with this one. I mean, generally speaking, with a Mouse, you kind of know it's going to go to the B cap. So that is what TTT will be mindful of. And they'll probably be sending their 60 TPs up there to try and counter that. Maybe get some of the the TTT with those WZs looking to take possession of the park area. Well, we will find out very, very shortly. In fact, we'll find out now. As you can see, hit points, I'm not much in it really, 200 points. And already I can see that TTT are heading towards the B and C cap areas. Moving around the map very quickly. I'd love to say hello to each and every one of you individually, but it's just not possible. The Sheridan of Cot straight up there to the B cap because the Mouse is just so slow. We know that. And the Type 71s, well, they're making their way towards the park area also. Cot is going to be able to cap B. Uncontested at the moment, mainly because it's a Sheridan. I thought he might have sent it to the A cap, but no. And now Cot is in a little bit of trouble, losing shed loads of hit points there. But Padgy also not exactly looking the best after that little encounter with the Sheridan. He does manage to reset the cap, and he did manage to take a lot out of the Sheridan. The Sheridan will be mindful of that, but don't forget Padgy is a heavy tank, and heavy tanks losing that much hit point early in the game doesn't really help your cause. Now comes Carl pushing out with the Mouse along with Camo behind him, which is probably Samo, and wow, the Mouses are doing what they need to do, which is push. And on the other side, you've got the Type 71s just holding back a little bit. Well, the 113s push onto them. The Mouses here being contested by the 60 TP on the 71. Let's quickly roll over to this side, where TTT are trying to do a counter push into the heavies of Rise. And you can see Invisible Human. Well, he's getting sort of puffled out a little bit. He is the one who's been called. And TTT here doing valiantly. They take down both Carol in the Mouse, and they also take down a Type 71, but they lose Seek and Destroy and Padgy respectively. Now Support is in a bit of a dodgy situation. He's got Ev pushing down on him, and Mako as well pushing down. Can the little 113 survive this? I doubt it. He's going to go down, but not before Mako goes down. And that sort of swings it in the favour a little bit. Down goes the 113. 3 tanks down a piece, but the hit points are in favour of the Rise team here. They've got to try and get rid of Phenomenon. He is very healthy. Ev needs to go down. Oh, but he doesn't. And in fact, Genhart goes down first, and Ev still survives. That was a bit of a miss shot there by Seek and Destroy. I don't know if he loaded an HE roll and it put it into the box, but the Odyssey here. Oh, that was an important kill as Ev was trying to get around the back of the Odyssey. It's 2 against 3. Seek and Destroy is the very, very healthy tank for the TTT team, but the Odyssey is now a one-shot, and Phenomenon is far too healthy. Odyssey still lasting now. Down he goes. And now Seek and Destroy Tat, last man standing here. There's not much he can do about this. He has a mouse, a very healthy mouse, a very healthy Type 71, and it's all over with the win going to Rise. Just want to point out this one is best of 5, not best of 3. So it is the first to 3 victories, not the first to 2 victories like the other parts of the PYS. We're now going to swap those spawn points. This time we'll have TTT on the north spawn, Rise on the south spawn. Pretty impressive stuff by Rise there. Focus fire was a little bit on point compared to TTT. A nice little counter push by TTT, but unfortunately Rise were there and waiting and ready for it. That's the thing, Mr. Hirodoni. If I could read, if it was Cyrillic, I'd understand it, but it's not in Cyrillic and it confuses me. So thank you for that. You're right. Their nicknames should be read in the Russian to understand their meaning. Anyway, going through the tanks now, we have Seek and Destroy TT in a VK72, which was what he had in the last game, then changed it. Genhart in a 71, Gabriel in the 71, Padji in a 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in a 113, Odyssey in a 71, and Support also in a 71. Moving over to the Rise team, we have Cot in a 71, probably Samoy in a Sheridan, Ev in a Type 71, Invisible in a 71, Mako in a 71, Phenomenon in a 71, and Kroll in a VK72. It's not Kroll, it's actually, it's like a KH, the X in Russian, if I remember rightly, so it should be like a Hachrol, or something like that. Again, it's I get confused over the Cyrillic into Romanized. But I appreciate you trying to help me there, Mr. Hirodoni. So it's 1-0 so far to Rise. And remember, it's best of 5, so it's first of 3 victories. Long way to go yet. TTT, well, they'll be looking to bounce back from that, what they will consider a little blip, and try and bring the bring some normality back to the game for their, as far as they're concerned. Rise, however, will be looking to consolidate their very early lead here and push it forward and try and get to that match point position early doors to put a lot of pressure on the TTT. Let's get up high into the back of the map. And again, TTT pushing out towards the BC caps. And let's quickly get over to see what Rise is doing. Well, Rise pretty much doing a almost, not quite, because the VK is going in the opposite direction towards the A cap. And the Sheridan, unlike what he did in the last game, Samoy trying to catch that B cap, is now trying to get those early spots in the park area overlooking C. The Sheridans of Invisible Human and Mako now coming, sorry, the Type 71s of Invisible Human and Mako now coming in, trying to get those all down positions in the park. TTT straight into that B cap. They are going to take the cap points, and they're getting good shots straight away into Invisible Human and into Cot. Those are shots that they didn't really want this time, but it's not like they were not trading wisely there, Rise. Although Cot, now down he goes. That was a bit of a push too far for him. He had no support, and now TTT, smelling blood, are pushing into the park area. Support and Genhart pushing down onto Ev, and also Invisible Human with Padji coming around the back, trying to isolate Ev and Invisible Human. They don't really care too much about Phenomenon. Down goes Invisible Human, and carrying on Genhart, swapping places with Seek and Destroy Tat in the 1-1-3. Genhart does not get out of there quickly enough, however, but they have got 2 tanks isolated, but Rise are pushing back. The VK coming in, Mako just sitting, but they do lose a tank. Ev goes down, 3 tanks down, composed to 1. The Odyssey has gone down already for TTT. Down, however, goes Phenomenon. No, he doesn't. I'm sorry, that was wrong. It was Genhart who went down, and so does Gabriel. 3 tanks down apiece. Phenomenon needs to go down. Yes, he does. Moving back, now we have the VK pushing in, trying to get those shots into Seek and Destroy, trying to avoid the 71, and down goes Seek and Destroy in the VK. Big engine fire there. Didn't really need that. It's 3 versus 3. The points are in favour, however, of TTT. The hit points are in favour of TTT, and now the guns on the battlefield are in favour of TTT. Mako here, he's got Seek and Destroy in support. They're trying to get round and put shots, however, into Samoy in the Sheridan. And Samoy, well, he manages to get a shot across and then backs out of dodge. Now they need to turn their attentions to Mako. They have got the points, and Seek and Destroy is very healthy. He's trying to block Mako from getting the shots into support. I don't think he's going to be able to make it, though. Support, is he able to get into safety? Yes, he does. Seek and Destroy again, trying in the Sheridan of Samoy now coming round, looking to put a shot into Seek and Destroy. He manages it, then does a ram. Doesn't work out like he expected it to. Mako is now realistically a one-shot to Padji. He's got to make this shot count. He's got to get rid of Mako. And he does, which means it's all over. 1-1. What a comeback there by TTT. Leveling their ship a little bit and making sure that they were able to push this one to a level pegging scoreline. 1-1. This time, I think Rise just got a little bit overconfident. I mean, poor old Cot there stuck his nose out a little bit too far. Didn't expect the TTT team to be so aggressive on the counter move and going down pretty early doors. TTT then bunkering down, doing a nice push into the park, putting Rise under extreme pressure. Rise doing their best to try and get back into the game, but unfortunately TTT just went up another notch and were able to level it out and bring the scoreline to 1-1. We now move on to Naval Frontier. TTT on the south spawn, Rise on the north spawn here on level pegging. Neither team is readied up as of yet, so interested to see what meta they select. It looks like Rise are going to be the first to ready up. We have Cot in the IS-7, Samoy in the Sheridan, Air in the Type 71, Invisible in the Type 71, Mako in the 71, Phenomenon in the T60, in the 60 TP, and Akrol in the 60 TP. Moving over to TTT, well, they're still selecting their meta, so we do not have them fully readied up as of yet. It looks like it's going to be heavies all the way. Unless Seek and Destroy Tat changes. No, it doesn't. Here's a full heavy lineup here. We have Seek and Destroy TTT in a 71, Gabriel in a 60 TP, Padji in a 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in a 71, Essen coming in now in a 60 TP, the Odyssey in a 71, and the Support also in a 71. So not much mobility there for TTT. Slightly better mobility for Rise, what with that Sheridan. However, is that going to help or hinder? Well, it's always good to have a light tank to get those spots. It all depends where you stick it and what you're spotting. And it all depends on the strat being used by the other team. TTT will feel a little bit buoyed up after bringing back a game that they lost in the opening. Rise, however, be feeling a little bit miffed and want to bunker down and get the advantage back again. So let's get up high and to the back of the map. And now it looks like TTT is sending 2 Type 71s out and overlooking C, with the majority of the 71s heading for the C cap. Essen and Gabriel going to be on Overwatch by the B cap. Samoy here in the Sheridan. Well, like I said, he's trying to get those spots. Early doors, rises high, trying to see if he can get any spots coming in, and he does. He gets Padji and he gets Seek and Destroy of Tat. And he also gets the other Seek and Destroy. Mako is just holding back. Invisible Human is just holding back. Cot is just holding back as well. All shots going in. That was a good shot from Seek and Destroy into the Sheridan there. C-Cap will go to TTT. Ev is the lone wolf over here trying to do something, but he cannot reset that base from that position because the Odyssey and Seek and Destroy are there. That means that Samoy is now going to take the A cap for Rise. B cap has been taken pretty much uncontested, mainly because Cot was here and Invisible Human managed to drop down and use the wall, but now he's losing hit points. Admittedly, not many. I mean, I think those are HE rolls going in. So, Invisible Human doing his job. Gabriel trying to also get him as he tries to retreat out. And now, Invisible Human is losing hit points. He should be pretty much okay to get back into safety, however. Pushing over to this side of the map. Mako is being pushed on. TTT are pushing on to Mako and Evgen. And Mako is in a world of pain here. Padji does need to make this shot count if he can. Mako will load first. But if Padji can get the bottom shot, yes he can. Back over here we've got Odyssey and Seek and Destroy. TTT pushing down on Ev. Ev is trying to get the shots into Padji though. He's not too concerned about him because there's been a counter push by Rise. And down goes Padji with the counter push coming in from Kroll. The support is trying to block the shots and trying to get shots in as well. Now comes Invisible Human to help out. Support here trying to be isolated. So we've got one tank down a piece. The Odyssey needs to finish off Ev, and he does. But now Support should be in a little bit of problems here. Although Kroll is looking at the Odyssey. We're going to leave that little battle because Cot is about to go down. Down he goes. Seek and Destroy is a one-shot, and Phenomenon will be trying to look to finish that. Gabriel and Seek and Destroy coming around. Cap points are in favour of, well, bases are in favour of Rise, but the points are in favour of TTT. Numpteen shots going into Phenomenon there, but not all of them landing. Gabriel trying to face off. Going to leave that little battle again because it's only 2 against. An Invisible Human should go down here. I don't think he's going to last. And down he goes, leaving Phenomenon as the last man standing. And that's a big roll coming in by Ison. And it's all over for Rise. 2-1 in favour of TTT. Fantastic game there. Individual battles going on. Great little counter pushes and little movements going throughout the map there. TTT really composing themselves after the opening game. Rise, however, well, they're going to be clutching those devices a little bit harder, and they need to bring and drag themselves back into this game. They certainly showed us that they have the ability and the capability to take this fight to TTT and turn them over. They did so. They played them well and outplayed them on the first and opening game. Since then, TTT have regrouped after getting that bloody nose. And they've regrouped nicely. They now are, you know, obviously the calling seems to be a bit sharper. And so far, the... I've lost the words. The focus fire is on point. We're going to swap those spawn points here on Naval Frontier. We have TTT at match point, seeing that Rise did not anticipate this early. We will have TTT now on the North Spawn, Rise on the south. TTT are in Type 71, 60 TP, another Type 71, a 113, a Type 71, a Type 71, and a Type 71. Moving over to Rise, we have not really much change. Cot is in the IS-7, then we have the Sheridan again, 3 Type 71s and 2 60 TPs. Rise will be saying, guys, come on, we need to get back into this. We can take it to a decider. We can push this one out. They can. They've shown us what they can do in the first game. They've just been sort of, I don't know, ever since TTT brought that back onto Dynasty's Pearl, they've sort of been a little bit out of sorts, not as coordinated as they were in the first and opening game. All that can change, and this can be pushed to a decider. TTT, however, will be looking to finish this off for good reason. With the cups being so tight, clan performance becomes a massive issue. The clans don't want to be losing battles because it affects their overall performance when they lose battles, and affecting overall performance could be the difference between top 8 and top 16. So this time we have TTT really breaking up, covering all areas. The 2 Type 71s are Seek and Destroy, and a Type 71 is Seek and Destroy, and Gabriel and 60TP looking over the A. We have Seek and Destroy in the 113 looking over B, and the rest of the team basically looking at C. Cot, well, he's gone to a similar position, albeit in a mirror image. We have the 2 60 TPs just holding back. The 2 Type 71s also holding back. Nobody going up high this time. just to make sure that there is no... Oh, shots going in already, and Ev really getting a bloody nose there. Sticking those out a little bit too far. That is a great shot coming in from... I don't know who shot that, actually. I don't think it was Ison. I think it was the Port who shot that one. So the C cap has been taken by TTT. They have got the cap advantage here against Rise. And at the moment, TTT are they're just trying to control the map. They now want Rise under cap pressure, and they're trying to position their tanks, waiting to see where Rise is going to push and how they're going to push, and try and pinch off where they can. This is why they put themselves in these positions, just to counter push where necessary and if necessary. They have got a commanding lead of 100 points at the moment, and that will keep ticking up because Rise have not taken any caps. Interestingly, Rise for the first time have dropped their Sheridan, so they've dropped a bit of their mobility there. Seek and Destroy getting a bit of a smack from Invisible Human. And I can see here, well, we can see here that Rise look to be possibly stacking up for a C push along with a B push at the same time. I don't think they'll go for all three caps. They'll probably go for B and C collectively. They need to get rid of the cap that TTT already have, unless, of course, they can find a TTT tank out in the open and get their focus fire coordinated. However, the 60 TPs now, Phenomenon is moved round, to be fair. They did look like they were going to be pushing the C cap, but it seems that they've changed their minds on that one. Gabriel and Seek and Destroy, however, are now pushing onto the A cap. This may not be what Rise were anticipating. Seek and Destroy dropping into the A cap. Phenomenon is now joined up with Invisible Human, but that is allowing... Oh, sorry, they still have the Sheridan. What am I talking about? That is allowing TTT just to control the map a little bit. Padgey is a little bit out of sorts, though. Down he goes. That doesn't overly change the dynamic of the game in real terms, because points are in favour of TTT. And now they're pushing down onto Cot. Cot was there on Overwatch, and Cot is about to go, well, out, effectively. Down he goes. So that puts TTT back into the advantage. Over this side, however, Gabriel is looking a bit sort of lost and isolated as Seek and Destroy went down onto Cot, and Gabriel goes down. Doesn't really change the outcome of the game at the moment. No, they take another tank down from Rise. Now they're going to push onto Ev, and TTT have control of this. 3 tanks down for Rise, only 2 tanks down for TTT. Seek and Destroy desperately trying to get safe. Phenomenon is looking like he is going to be targeted. Seek and Destroy may go down before Phenomenon, although support should load. And anyway, it's all over on the points. Rise not able to bring it back. Valiant effort there. TTT controlling the map very well. They did lose 3 tanks. Poor old Padgey, I think he was meant to bait them, which is why he looked a little bit out of position. But I think that was done on purpose. I think that was done to allow them to take the A cap and bait Rise into tying up tanks on that side of the map, allowing Rise to sort of concentrate on the B and the A cap. But anyway, congratulations to TTT. Really well played. 3-1 against Rise. Rise, wow, they started strong, but then TTT were sort of given a whiff of victory, and Rise just weren't able to come back from that. But it was a great effort nonetheless. Now, we have to wait quite a while, I believe, until the next game. Let's have a quick look, because we're down in Group 5. So here we go, TTT. Their next match will be against Charm in about 40 minutes. 40 minutes? I don't know if I've got that many replays to wait 40 minutes. That's the semi-finals. It's yeah, in about 40 minutes, so it's quite a hefty length of time to wait, guys. So I recommend that because I'm going to be playing replays now. I'm going to be playing the game. I recommend that everybody goes away, gets themselves a good cup of coffee or cup of tea or whatever you want to drink, and make sure you're back here at 10 to the hour. I need to now find some replays. Hopefully some kind soul has sent me some replays. If they haven't, then you're going to be seeing replays that you've already seen. It's as simple as that, really. because I don't have many replays, unfortunately. I just don't. Let's no, I saw that one yesterday. Yeah, let's have a look at this one. That's an IS. Just an IS, I think. It is Uprising, but I just, I don't have any replays, guys. And unfortunately for me, I don't play PC, and because I'm streaming on PC, I really do rely on replays. But unfortunately, I generally don't have any. That's one of the problems. So yeah, these things happen. It happens. But we'll get some replays up and running. Right, with that, I'm just going to pop to the little boys' room, and I shall be back momentarily. Okay, so I'm back, yeah, and we'll have a look after this game at at the leaderboard. Well, not the leaderboard. Let's see if there's been any upsets so far in the tournament. Probably not. We will see. We will see. So yeah, as I was saying, guys, I really need those replays because unfortunately I don't play on PC, and it's just a nightmare. And during the tournament season, this is when I generally play the replays on my channel in between the tournament games, because well, you know, it gets other people to showcase their stuff, and it allows me to basically chill out a little bit, to be perfectly honest with you. So as I said, if you have any replays, and a couple of people have sent them, which is, I really appreciate that, and we'll get those up and running after we've looked at the leaderboard, because we have got quite some time to go. As I said, this time it's not double elimination in stage 3, it's single elimination, and you know, the teams go now into the semi-finals, and then after that obviously there's third place playoff and the grand final, and there's quite a lot of time between those games. Nice little battle that though in the IS. So let's have a look at what is happening out there. Let me just refresh the website to make sure that we've got everything up and running. So these are the groups, and so far no surprises there. Not really. Future unfortunately falling to Pink. I mean, Future's done well to get to stage 3, bless them, but being drawn against Pink was always going to make it very difficult for them. Pink are flying high at the moment. Prof as well, they've been having an awesome tournament so far, and they turned over EQ. Tournament also turning over Eagles. Again, tournament having a pretty nice tour, and Phoenix turning over M8K. And now to Group 2, unsurprisingly, BPS getting through to the semi-finals. They will meet up with Cash. That, as I said, is being streamed by Amunet. Legion, well, they've got through, and they will meet up with M1A1S in their semi-final. Moving now to Group 3, my team Vale, yay! Well, they've got through, turning over OMW 3-0. They will face off against Win. Tough competition that. Win are on, well, they're trying to get back into the tournament scene. They've always been a staple there, and the guys from the north will be facing off against my guys Vale. The other semi-final is a big one in that group, Serenity against POG. POG have had a very, very good tournament so far, but so has Serenity. And if I just click over here, you can see Serenity are joint first at the moment, and POG are joint fourth. So there's a lot on there, to be honest with you, between those two. Moving down into Group 4, well, we haven't got the winners of Apply and Zero yet, but we do have BPS and Demon facing off. Demon turning over Quick. I don't know which Quick team that is, but Demon and BPS, the other BPS, will be facing off against each other in the semi-finals in Group 4. Down in Group 8, well, down in Group 5, that's where we are. We have TTT against Charm and Crowley against Jokes. And again, if I go back to the leaderboard, Jokes, well, they were up there. They're down there now, residing in 8th, and TTT are in 6th. So those two will be looking to try and meet each other into the finals here today to consolidate themselves in that top 8. But to do so, they're going to have to turn over both Charm and Crowley. Down into Group 6, Imor are through. They will face BTD. No shock really in that time, although 7PTC did give BTD a hard time. We also have PWNZ against Punisher. So Punisher turning over 110 there, but it was taken to a decider. So Punisher are going to be very happy with themselves, to be perfectly honest with you. Group 7, ASN against Ego. No surprises there, if I'm being honest with you. Not that I have anything against Commerce. I streamed them the other day and they played particularly well. But they always had a pretty tough time against Ego. And UZVRA are playing against Haggy. Don't know either of those two teams, so not in a position to comment about either of them, to be fair. Wish I could. So that'll be an interesting group. Group 8, or Raid. Well, no surprises with Raid going through there. They'll be playing DM. And Raid, pretty straightforward against LAFA there. Moving down, we have TQT against Oxygen. So that's another one. There's the other quick, and I think that's their main team. So the main team is through. They'll be playing IMTLS, and WAGMI will be facing CHRD. Again, no real shockers there in Group 9. Down in Group 10, APA are through, and they will play Hookto. Down in the bottom, well, Zenith are through. They're having a good tournament as well, and they're against OGT. Down into Group 11, we have IKPA against Jizzers. And then in the other grouping there, we have Booty against SNRG. SNRG there, I would argue, is probably the favourites. What is the surprise is that Risk went down, to be fair. But Jizzers are having a pretty decent tournament, and Risk will be pretty miffed about that. Well, Endgame had a bye, so they didn't face anybody in the quarterfinal. They're now facing HZC, who turned over their opponent in the semi-final. Endgame, they had a little bit of a blip yesterday, but they're still playing pretty good. And then we have A1N1 against Unique. Unique has had another good tournament, so it's another one you need to be careful of and watch out for, if I'm being honest. Anyway, let's get some of these replays we've been running that people have kindly sent me. I've got one from the email here, so we'll have a look at that one first. This is an M60. Always nice. I believe it's Lithium. Lithium Angel. No, Lithium Mangle. Sorry guys. Of UN. Tuning up here with Carl Lassenhoff of Who. And the M60 is always a nice tank to watch, to be perfectly honest. I mean, we've still got, what, 15 minutes, which in real terms is still 10 minutes, because obviously we get the room open 5 minutes before it kicks off. I don't know who we're following. I'm assuming we're still going to be staying with TTT, but I'm not 100% sure, because Wargaming can switch you around within the group. So, but I'm assuming it's going to be TTT. I can just enjoy this while I go and grab myself a coffee. Oh, I'm back in. What's some great positioning here in this M60. Some great shots going in. Already up to 1300 damage, but shots left, right and centre into tanks, and he's picking the targets beautifully. And great bounce there from the STB. And now the 50B. Oh, the T57 Heavy getting tracked and then caught out a little bit. Losing all his hit points quicker than he expected. And this is how you should be looking to play these haul down tanks, guys. I mean, when you've got a tank like this with such great capabilities, I mean, if you can get it into a position like this, you can really put some pain on. The STB there being slightly too aggressive. Admittedly, they've lost half their team, but look at this. I mean, this M60 should be able to effectively clear a lot of these up. The Pitbull, again, getting a little bit aggressive. He is getting the shots in, but he's lost a shed load of HP. And now the STB and the Pitbull are all one-shots. Down goes the Pitbull. He's got to be careful of that tank coming up behind him, though. But it's better to take out the STB first, which is what he's going to do. Eventually. And there's the E5. E5 is not a one-shot, he's a two-shot. And he's got to be careful here. Now the E5 is a one-shot. 4.1 damage. We've only been playing for... He's only been playing for like 2.5 minutes. Crazy, eh? It is 1-on-1, But the one that he's on against is an E3. Not exactly the easiest tank to pen frontally. But if the E3 comes around like that, he is going to get the side shot in. He is a one shot though to the E3. However, E3, well, he doesn't want to push too aggressively. You can see the E3 is sort of tentative there. And he's looking for that HE into that cupola. That's what he's searching for. He doesn't want to go too far forward just in case the E3 can get anything into that bottom plate. He's just backing away, trying to bait the E3 into a better position. Not working, so he's going to relocate a little bit. This is a good move, this is incredibly well played in the M60. Trying to make sure that he stays safe. Not giving the E3 anything to go. He has got better view range than the E3, of course. The E3 is a one-shot. And the FV is saying caps. No point capping. All that does is give your position away. In a one-on-one scenario, it doesn't really help you. It's not like the E3 is incredibly slow. It can move when it wants to, and he's searching desperately now for that E3, wondering where did he leave him, where's he gone. He's doing the right thing here, staying safe, going high, trying to get a better overview of the map, to try and find out where that E3 may be residing. And there you go, the E3 has capped the base. And this is why you don't need to cap the bases in 1v1s, because now he knows where the E3 is. He has been spotted, but now he can effectively control the map to an extent. He can come from either direction, and the E3 will think he's going maybe to the left, and obviously he's coming back round to the right here. Trying to just find that E3. There he is. Oh, he fluffs the shot. Well, he doesn't fluff the shot. The E3 manages to get safe. But he's going to be safe now. No, he's not. Just showing his bottom plate. That is a great game. 5 kills. Great 1v1 at the end. Holding out. Carrying the team to victory. I'm not going to lie. Just shy of 5k. And boom. Look at that. Kolobanov and a mastery. What more would you want? Of course you want 250,000 credits. That's what more you want. There you go. What a great little battle that was. So, do I have any short games? That's the thing. Do I have any short games? I've got some favourites here, but they're all too long, to be fair. I mean, most people have seen that one from Good Riddance. And we've got about 5 minutes. We have got about 5 minutes. Just have a quick look at this, because I don't want to just sort of hang around a bit. I know I've already played this replay, guys, but we've still got 5 minutes before the room is open. So just have a quick look at this and I'll be back in a moment. Привет, Invisible Human. Я плохо говорю по-русски. Okay, I'm back and this replay is almost finished, and by then the room will be up as we go into the semi-final. No, this is PYS, the only game, and there's no rewards during the PYS element of the tournaments. You have to keep your eyes open because probably in the round robins, which is the top 8, and top 16 and top 32, there may be reward streams then. And there certainly will be for the top 4. But for the PYS, no, there's never really any rewards, to be perfectly honest with you. Anyway, that's a great game by Good Riddance, and I know I played that replay yesterday, but as I said, I'm running out of replays. And we haven't got the room yet, but we will get it very shortly. Very, very shortly, I would have thought. Should be coming up anytime soon. And as I said, we're going out with TTT, I think. And here we go. Let's find out. Yeah, it's TTT against Charm. That's where we are. We're going out on Black Goldville. So we're just going to jump out until we get down into just under the 3-minute mark. That's because there is a delay on the stream, guys, but the delay is only 3 minutes, and which is the minimum recommended by Wargaming. I keep it at 3 minutes because it used to be 5 minutes, but 5 minutes is just too long for you, the viewers, if I'm being honest. So 3 minutes is much better. But with that, obviously, comes the element that at the end of the day, there could be stream sniping. So we just make sure that we don't go into the room until we're past the 3 minutes. That way, it just negates any kind of stream sniping. It's going to be an interesting one, this. As I said, it's so close cup-wise out there. CP really is making a big difference. I mean, I'd love to go through the tournament standings at the moment, but there really is no point because it's better to wait until tomorrow. Even if at the end of today you look on the tournament standings, then it takes a while for it to update and then settle down correctly, so you don't really get to see who's where and what and how for. You get a rough sort of estimation, but we're going to be in a better position to know tomorrow. Obviously, there is a break tomorrow. There is no Prove Your Skills tomorrow. It's a day off. The next Prove Your Skill is on the 2nd. So tomorrow is a day off for everybody. And then Prove Your Skill number 3 kicks off on the 2nd of November. That will be the penultimate Prove Your Skill, with Prove Your Skill number 4 being the final rollout. And then on the 14th of November, we then get into the round robins. Let's jump into the room. We are going out on Black Goldville, TTT against Charm. It's still best of 5. The grand final, however, is best of 7. So it's still first to 3 victories. We will have TTT on the south spawn, Charm on the north spawn. Now, I haven't streamed Charm for a long time, so I need to familiarize. So it's Senpai, okay, and T. I'm just going to call you T. Then we have Unique, Get On. Then we have another Unique, which is Mosa. And then we have another Unique, which is Silent. And then we have another Unique, who is Shazy. And then we have Mori. So there you go. So what we got, excuse me, we've got Seek and Destroy TTT in the Type 71, Jen Hart in the Type 71, Gabriel in the Type 71, although Jen Hart is now considering his meta change. We have Padgy in a Type 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in a Vickers, Iceland in an IS4, and Support in a Type 71. Moving over to Charm, we have Senpai in a T100. We have T in a Type 71, Unique number 1 in a Type 71, Unique number 2 in an IS4, Unique number 3 in an IS4, Unique number 4 in an M6 Yo, and Mori in a Type 71. So you can see there is some mobility with the T100 and the Vickers respectively in both teams, but the teams have opted moreover for a heavy lineup. Now, obviously, the heavy meta is the staple of the tournament scene at the moment. Very rarely do you see, you know, mediums making a showing. You'll see the occasional TD and the occasional light tank. I have seen teams play mediums, but they're not really the meta per se. The meta really is the Type 71 at this moment in time. Used to be the T60, the 60 TP, but obviously with its ammo rack issue, its mobility and its DPM compared to the Type 71, it's just not as effective. Where the Type 71 is more like an heavium, so to speak, you know, depending on the equipment that you load, obviously. Either way, it's got absolutely stonking frontal armor, and that really does make a huge difference. We have got 10 seconds near or damn it to go before we roll out in this semi-final, or in previous skill number 2, third stage, and we are off. It's kind of. Not fully off yet, but we're off, kind of. Let's see what they're going to do. Hit points are in favour of Charm at this moment in time. Not massively, enough to give them a sort of slight edge, but at this level, you need to be in pushing over 1,000 additional HP to get a distinct advantage. So it looks like TTT is sending some tanks out to the C-Cap. Let's move over, though, and watch Seek and Destroy. He is going to be coming up against a lot of Charm guys. So Seek and Destroy not eager to jump into that A-Cap. Just trying to get those early spots. It's interesting because normally you see the light tanks go into that middle area. And there, Senpai has been spotted and been smacked for his troubles. The only tank that has been spotted, Ison is looking to get into a position probably... He's not going to push all the way to the boulder. Normally you would get the light tanks of both teams around these areas, but we've got Unique Silent and also Ison, both IS-4s, just covering that B-cap. At the moment, the only bloody noses are the 2 light tanks who traded, and Senpai not eager to jump into that A-cap, but the C-cap is completely unguarded. And TTT have managed to sneak in there with their Type 71s, and they will get that early cap advantage. We can see there that Seek and Destroy, TTT and Gabriel all moved out of that Overwatch area where they were, bunkering down into defensive positions, waiting for anything to come through that A-cap. They've already got the C-cap, so they don't really mind too much if Charm take the A-cap, if I'm being honest with you. What it comes down to now is where are Charm going to be pushing, and can they make sure that the B-cap stays protected? So that is, good shot going into Unique Silent there. He tries to return fire. Support and Genhart are in good positions. And you can see here Charm now, well, the map control at the moment and the cap pressure is being put on them by TTT. And Charm are looking for a way to, where can they break that? And you've got Senpai there doing his best to roll around the map to try and get those spots, to try and get that information about where the teams are and what they're doing. Yeah, at the moment, TTT are playing the long game. They've got the map and they're controlling it. They've lost a little bit of HP, what with Support and Seek and Destroy. But at the moment, they've got the points. That's the main thing. It is only a tank away, admittedly. But Charm will have to make the moves. They will have to make the pushes. And this is the thing. Now you can see here Charm are looking to probably push onto the C-cap. Let's quickly get over there. Padgy is the lone tank on guard in that area. And he can see a lot of heavy tanks coming this way. Support and Genhart are coming in to try and relieve some of that tension, whilst the rest of the team are going to push through the middle. So we're just going to leave this little push here from Charm. Quickly get back over to the B-cap area, because whilst that push is going, Unique Silent is being pushed, and Mo is also being pushed as well. Moso is also being pushed. Those 2 tanks here, both IS-4s are being pushed. Back over onto this side of the map, the C-cap is being taken. No, it's not. It was being taken, but no. It's now degenerated into a big brawl, and down goes Senpai, but also, no, sorry, down goes Support, and down goes Seek and Destroy. That gives Charm the advantage. They have now jumped ahead on the points tally. They've got to get rid of Mori. Genhart and Pudgy looking desperately to get that shot in, but T is just making sure that the shots are blocked. And Pudgy goes down, and this is looking very promising for Charm. Genhart is in a world of pain. He was not going to survive that. Back over to this side of the map. Well, Unisilent went down, but Moser is still there. It's 3 against... Well, no, it's 2 against too many. And it's just Seek and Destroy and Gabriel left. They can't really bring this back. Charm have got the bases. Charm have got the tanks. Charm have got the HP. It's going to go to Charm unless some miracle were to befall right now. But Moser will go down. But I don't think it's going to be enough. No. 550 against 930. Make that 945. Gabriel's the last man standing. He can't do anything about it. He's on fire as well. It's all over apart from the singing of Charm. Charm taking the early lead here. 1-0 against TTT, who we've just seen playing particularly well in the opening games. Nice little push from Charm there. Good rotation around the map. Nice little push into the C cap. Really piling the pressure on. Weren't overly concerned about the cap pressure that they were being put under. They were able to eventually find the pinch point in TTT's defenses. We're now going to switch those spawn points here on Black Goldville. Now we have TTT on the north spawn, Charm on the south spawn. Just waiting for the teams to pick their meta. It looks like Charm may already be getting theirs. And we have unique number 5 coming in. And this is Alpha. Too many uniques. Doesn't make you very unique if you're called unique. And there's lots of you. Anyway, we have unique number 1 in the IS-4, Senpai in the T100LT, T's in the Clan Wagon. Unique number 2 in the Type 71, unique number 3 in the 71, unique number 4 potentially in the 113, Mori in the 71. And unique number 1 is changed from IS-4. Moving over to TTT, we have Seek and Destroy TTT in the 71, Gabriel in the T100, Padje in the 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in the T100, Ison in the 60 TP, the Odyssey in the IS-4, and Support bringing out the Badger. So we said you very rarely get to see things like TDs, and there's one there, a Badger. What more do you want? We've got TDs, and we got a light tank. And T's is toying with a clan. No. He is. He's jumped into a clan, and unique number 1 is sticking with the IS-4. And I'm going to have a quick shifty at my drink, if you do not mind, because I'm thirsty. There we go. That's much better. Round 2. Ding ding. At the moment, Charm would be feeling very happy with themselves, especially as TTT are pretty high up on the table. TTT, however, well, that's not what they wanted. As I said, that clan performance really does kick in and come into play eventually. So TTT will be mindful of that. Charm, however, well, at the moment, they haven't really put a foot wrong in the opening game. We did see, to be fair, TTT go down in the first game against Rise, but they came back strong to turn around. Now we've got the two T100s here, the Gabriel and Seek and Destroy jumping into that A cap. They're going to take the early cap lead yet again. This time, Senpai in the T100, more traditional spotting position, getting those early spots. He himself has been spotted, but over the other side of the map, C cap is being taken. TTT again just bunkering down a little bit, trying to see if they can retain the cap pressure, and they're just making sure that they're in the right positions to counter anything that Charm may throw at them. Again, Charm are on the back foot. Charm are the ones under pressure, not TTT. And at this moment in time, we've got the Support here in the Badger, quite a long way back. Odyssey's jumping into the B cap. Now, is that going to be a good move or a foolish one? At the moment, He is going to get the B cap. All he needs now is to get to safety, and it will be a fantastic move, stealing the B cap from under the nose of Charm. Odyssey would be very happy with that. He looked a little bit isolated. Admittedly, he does have support right at the back here to give him support, and Seeking Destroying the T100 did come back as well. Odyssey managing to actually cap the B cap and get back out of there without losing a single piece of HP. Tease, however, in the Crown Wagon, who was there to make sure that the cap was reset, wasn't able to get the shots on, and as himself lost a little bit of HP. So at the moment, TTP are in control of this one. Now we've got Senpai and Unique Get On My well, it's Get On My level actually, trying to see if they can push towards that A cap. They can't. Gabriel's there, and so is Praddy in the Type 71. So at the moment, TTT seem to be having the lion's share of this game. The A cap actually is being jumped into. Senpai is there. Now we got a big rotation from Charm, all moving up towards the A cap to try and give some much needed support to the guys who are capping. The cap has been reset. They haven't been able to cap it yet, but now comes the heavies, and they're trying to get these tanks to be baited out into the open, like Padgy there and Seek and Destroy. However, here they come, round and round. They're pushing on B as well. They haven't been able to isolate them. TTT are able to get out of there. TTT at the moment, they've taken down T's in this Crown Wagon. Unique Alpha is now in trouble. And this one is in favour of TTT at the moment. They're coming back strong. Charm, have they got what it takes to push down? Unique Alpha managing to survive somehow. Now Seek and Destroy could go down here. Oh, he does, and does it change the dynamic? No, because Alpha is still in a bit of trouble here. They've got to try and keep Alpha safe. No, they weren't able to, but they do take out 60 TP of Ison. 2 tanks down a piece. Points are now in favour of Charm. Charm have turned it around yet again. Charm are pushing down onto Odyssey, and at the same time they're pushing around onto Seek and Destroy. Gabriel is getting in there trying to help out on the T100, but it all depends on Odyssey. Will Odyssey survive this battle? If he doesn't survive, it's all over. Oh no, it's not, because they've taken out the T100 over this side, and they're really pushing. No, it goes to Charm. Gabriel unable to finish off Senpai, and Charm getting the victory there. 2-0 up against TTT, and again it really looked like TTT had control, but what a great push by Charm, pushing up into the A cap, baiting those tanks out, getting them either in the open or out of position, then able to just swing around and push down onto the B cap. And that was a great game, all intense at the end, but TTT unfortunately just weren't able to hold it. Charm take the victory. Match point to Charm, 2-0 up as we move into Fort Despair. TTT will be looking to crawl their way back into this game. Charm readied up quickly. They shall be on the North Spawn. We have unique number 1 in the IS-4, Senpai in the IS-4, T's in the Crown Wagon, unique number 2 in the VK-90, unique number 3 in the Type 71, unique number 4 in the 113, and Mori in the 71. Moving over to TTT. We have Seek and Destroy TTT in the 71, Gabriel in the 71, Padgy in the 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in the 71, Ison in the 60 TP, the Odyssey in the 60 TP, and Support potentially in a VK72. Now Charm will be very, very happy with where they are at the moment, not gonna lie. They are not currently in the top 8. TTT, however, are, and TTT have now just lost 2 games, which means so far this PYS third stage they've lost 3 games. That really does affect their CP percentage, something that they've got to be mindful of. Now they're also facing a match point, which means they will not get into the grand final if Charm can win this. That also means they lose cups. TTT could therefore be in danger of falling out of the top 8 in PYS number 2. Hit points in favour of Charm. Nothing there really. and Charm, we looking to put this one to bed. TTT desperately wanting to crawl their way back into this. They can't really afford not to. It will affect their overall positioning, and they know that, and they will be kicking themselves so far. They had control, or so it looked, early doors in both the games on Black Goldville, but Charm really able to turn it around and push hard. Anyway, let's get up to the back of the map and see where TTT are going to be heading. Well, at the moment, Ison is going to be overlooking the C cap, and it looks like Padgett is going up into the corner. Gabriel may be joining him, and the rest are going to be overlooking that B cap area. Moving over the map as quickly as we possibly can. Well, Maury is coming in, trying to get into that position to make sure that the C cap is covered. He has Unique Moser just behind him. Unique Silent here just covering it on my level, and Unique in the Senpai here just covering the other cap. B cap is being taken by TTT, however, TTT straight in there. Odyssey in a good position, just trying to keep us all shrouded. Get on my level in the VK, getting a bit of a slap there. Now the B cap has been taken. That means TTT yet again take the early cap advantage. They're now rotating out, getting back into cover. Support just knows that the C cap is being taken by Charm. Charm have now got the C cap. They are 45 points adrift, admittedly. That is only one tank. So early days yet in this game. Early days yet. Support is just worried about, are they going to be hurtling through that area? Now it's a game of waiting. Again, are TTT happy to just sit here and wait for Charm to make the move? Now Charm, the way they position, they were hoping probably to be able to get the early cap advantage and therefore get TTT to push onto them, which is why their tanks are positioned where they are. Like Unique Alpha. Unique Alpha there has been spotted. Must have poked out a little bit, and they're pushing through. The IS-4s are actually pushing through. So Charm are not willing to wait. They know they've got to go. They know that they're under the cosh. They know that the pressure is on them, not the other way. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to coordinate air push here with the IS-4s, trying to bait TTT's heavies to come in and give them a pushing, while the VK and the other types and the other heavies can then come round and try and catch them in a crossfire. It's not really worked out, and now Charm are going to have to move in en masse, whilst at the end of the day, we've also got TTT moving in en masse. Charm, however, are losing hit points rapidly. Down goes Senpai in the IS-4. That gives advantage to TTT on not only points. Now Charm is making a breakout there, isolating Padgett here. Padgett may not last this one, but down goes Unique Moser. 2 tanks down for Charm. TTT controlling this, but points, the bases, belong to Charm. And now down goes Silent and the 113. TTT have firmly got control of this one. Down goes the Kranwagen. And TTT are saying to Charm, no, we've had enough of your shenanigans. We want to get back into this game. How dare you go up 2-0? And Alpha, isolated, going to go down. Okay, Seek and Destroy went down, but it's 2 against too many. We've got Maury and Unique get on my level in the VK90. It's not going to last out, though. This one is going to go to TTP unless something really weird happens, like Maury suddenly doing 5 ammo racks all in quick succession. Don't think that's going to happen, as here we have the heavies pushing through from TTT. Ison looking to get behind. Seek and Destroy looking to stop Maury from pulling out. Puts him side on. Support should be able to get a big roll into the back here. Does he ever? And down goes Maury. That makes it 2-1. TTT are not out of this game yet. So that was more to what TTT were expecting. Get that cap, control the map, make Charm make the moves, counter the pushes. And that exactly went to TTT's game plan. Charm, well, they looked a little bit loose in Fancy Free in that game, not going to lie. But they've still got match point here. TTT crawled one back. They will be feeling a little bit better about themselves. We're swapping the spawn points on Fort Despair. Charm on the south spawn, TTT on the north. And we have Seek and Destroy in a Badger, Gabrielle in an IS-4, Paggi in a Type 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in a 71, Ison in a 71, the Odyssey in a Badger. Double Badger strat, not seen that. There's a Port in a VK-72. Double Badger strat, okay, we'll see. Charm, we have unique number 1 in the 60 TP, Senpai in the M6 Yo, Tease in a Type 71, unique number 2 in a VK90, unique number 3 in a Type 71, unique number 4 in a 113, and Mori in a Type 71. Are they really going out with a double Badger? Well, must have worked in training, must have worked, else they wouldn't do it. I can't believe TTT would pull out a selection that would put them on the back foot. So it must have worked. They must have had success with this strat, else they would not be picking double Badger. Don't get me wrong, the Badger's a great tank, but oh, I don't know. Is it a tournament double tank? Well, we'll find out. CTT obviously have faith in themselves. I'm questioning it, but well, we'll see. We will see what we will see. Anyway, hit points, nothing in it really. Charm do have an advantage, but nothing really. Let's get up high into the back of the map. Where are they going to be taking those double Badgers? That's the thing. Are they going to stay together or not? Doesn't look like it. Seek and Destroy Tat heading out towards Overwatch over the A cap in the corner. Everybody else realistically is heading towards that C cap. Getting around the map very quickly. Let's see what Charm are doing. We know what TTT are up to. Well, get on my level in the VK90 is going to be side scraping overlooking the B cap. The 60 TP along with the M6 Yo are looking to overlook the B cap as well. And the 71 and the 113 heading to the corner. Badgers, where are the Badgers going? Well, one of them is right at the back, over there. Puts a good shot in, but doesn't connect. Does not connect. As Charm here, Silent, Moser, and Mori just trying to consolidate themselves onto this corner area, just in case. C-Cup is taken, so again, TTP do have the advantage. But get on my level in the VK90, has managed to jump in, although it was reset by Seek and Destroy. Charm here not able to grab, and at the end of the day, TTT are rotating their tanks around from the C-Cap, not pushing down the flank, just rotating back around, trying to consolidate their forces down this side for a move into the middle area, or to prevent a move from the middle area, which is more likely. At the moment, Support is doing a fantastic job there, preventing that B cap from being taken. Unique Alpha has been spotted. Get on my level is had to move out of the B cap completely, mainly because Seek and Destroy Tat is in a great position, able to get those shots across and really put pressure onto Charm. At the moment, 475 points. It's not going to be, you know, one of those games that if we steal the bases, we're going to win. They've got to take tanks out, which means pushes need to be made. Where they push, however, is another argument and a good question for another time, as one would say if one were watching Star Wars. So we've got a lot of tanks over that side and they can't really move. The Badger of Odyssey not moving from his perch right there at the back of the map, looking down that line of where those Type 71s and 113 will come from. At the moment, Charm have been bled. They're slowly being bled, and they're not really able to do much about it. They are losing hit points and not really gaining any sort of ground and not really getting themselves into a position to do a concerted push. The push, I would anticipate, will now come through the B cap area, because they're almost behind. I mean, they are 350 points behind. They have got to start moving. They are losing hit points. Admittedly, the hit point tally between the two is pretty much the same, but now Charm needs to coordinate this push. They need to coordinate it. They need to call out the focus fire. They need to make sure that they go together. And at the moment, well, it's not really going according to their plan, and they're still bleeding out here. They are able to bleed a little bit in return, but not quickly enough. Look at the points. Senpai is trying to get round to put these shots into the Badger. He gets the one in. Can he get the second one in? Yes, he can. But they've got to get tanks out of the game of Charm. They've got to push. They've got to move. And Alpha is now a one-shot. He is looking really bad. Really, really bad. And, well, support goes down, but now TTT with the counter push. Alpha, down he goes. Get on my level. Down he goes. And this did not work out for Charm. This was a great play by TTT. They really held their nerve. Charm are just bleeding out too much. They're dropping now, and it's just too much for them. 870 points. Make that 915. This one is going to TTT. We are going to be going to a decider. The Badgers, well, they weren't really instrumental per se, but their positioning, especially the Odyssey, right at the back of the map, certainly was. 50 points in it. 2 tanks left against too many. They're going to push down onto Senpai, I would have thought. The Odyssey is leading that charge in the Badger. And it's going to be all over in any event. And it goes to TTT. They are leveling it back up. We are going to the decider. What more can you say? Me doubted the Badgers. I am not 100% convinced. But I think they placed them in good positions and they used them wisely. Charm, not being funny, they looked a little bit out of sorts there. I mean, their rotations on Black Gold were really good. Their pushes and counter pushes were really coordinated. Here, they just seemed a little bit dithery. A little bit do we, don't we, shall we, shan't we? And that seemed to look like their undoing. Anyway, we jump into Port Bay. This is winner takes it all. Winner gets their place into today's grand final for PYS number 3. TTT will be desperately wanting to get there. Charm, well, they're also wanting to get there. Don't underestimate them. We will have Charm on the south spawn. TTT on the north. Charm have already read it up. We have Senpai in the 71, T's in the 60 TP. Unique number 1 in the Type 71. Unique number 2 in the 71. Unique number 3 in a 113. Unique number 4 potentially in a 60 TP. Novi's in a Type 71 and Mori in a 71. Full heavy lineup, mainly 71s with a 60 TP and a 113 thrown in for good luck. Moving over, we are going with a double Badger strat yet again. Seek and destroy support, both into Badgers. Everybody else into a Type 71. Another interesting strat call here by TTT. Oh, Seek and destroy Tat, jumping into a Vickers Light. But they're still using those double Badgers. So it's interesting one this. Interesting one this. Charm with their full heavy lineup. Could this one backfire? Wow. Only time will tell. Still can't believe they're doing double Badger. But there we go. This is what we like. Changing meta. My fault for saying you very rarely see TDs. Now you see 2 of them in 2 games. So TTT pushing heavily towards the A and the B cap area. They have support. Seek and Destroy is going to be overlooking the C. And support will be overlooking the B as well, with Seek and Destroy TTT just holding at the back in the other Badger. Charm, on the other hand, are pushing heavily towards the C cap en masse. Wolf packing it, so to speak. They have been spotted by Seek and Destroy. It isn't the Vickers. It has got one hell of an obscene view range, 300 meters. So it's hardly surprising. B and A, however, will be taking cap advantage, will go to TTT, and Charm will be under extreme pressure here. And this is what TTT will be looking to do. Now we're going to just push around and see what Charm are going to do here. We've still got Senpai pushing through and Onda trying to get into the spawn area of TTT. TTT, on the other hand, well, they're just retreating back to their spawn, if the truth be known. They've got 2 caps. They don't really need to do too much. They just need for Charm to try and steal those caps. Getting the C cap doesn't help Charm's chances. Simple. So TTT really don't need to be aggressive. They just need to have Overwatch. And with that Vickers, that's exactly what they can do. They can get those early spots if needed. You can see the Vickers right at the back there. Just seeing if anything comes down with 300 meters of view range, you'll just get to spot it. The support, well, he's pushing out a little bit. The thing is, Charm are really on the back foot. And it looks like, well, TTT are losing patience because they expected Charm to push. Charm, however, rotating back through their own spawn. And it looks like they're going to try and go for the A cap, potentially. I mean, they need to go for both. 715 points playing 418 points. 485 points now. Charm have got to pull something out of the bag here. And you see you've got Get On My Level, Silent, all pushing down. Odyssey waiting. Same as Gabriel. Same as Seek and Destroy TTT in that Badger. And that's what the Badger's there for. Get On My Level. Wow. He has just got absolutely pummeled dropping into that A cap. And that wasn't part of their game plan. Great positioning by TTT, not going to lie. And now we've got the other part of Charm pushing into the B cap. They are about to take it. All three of them are in there, but desperately trying to reset it are TTT as Ison is pushed on. Mori needs and is probably calling desperately for everybody to push onto Ison to get him out of the game because they need to get tanks out the game. Getting the bases is only half the battle. Unfortunately, Tease is being isolated here. Support in the Badger looking to finish him off. No, he doesn't. It comes from Seek and Destroy, but now Support in the Badger. Down he goes. 2 tanks down apiece, but the points are firmly in favour of TTP. They had the 2 bases. They are 955 points. They are now 1,000 points. It's all gone to TTT, the decider, and that is it. Charm drop down to the 3rd place playoff. TTT turning it around with a reverse sweep, bringing it home for TTT. They did need it, but those 2 losses on Black Goldville, how much are they going to hurt TTT when it comes to recalculating the positions? Because CP counts for everything, literally everything. So let's have a look, see if it's all been updated for finals. We're down here. Jokes are already there. There's going to be TTP and Jokes. We're kicking off in about 20 minutes. So let's quickly have a look at the scores on the board. See if there's any upsets so far. So let's have a look at all groups. Final for Group 1 is going to be Pink in Phoenix. Final for Group 2 is BPS in Legion. These are no surprises so far. The final in Group 3 is My Clan Vale. Yay! Against Serenity. Ooh. The final in Group 4 is BPS against UZ. Demon would be miffed about that, but they did face BPS, so a bit of a harder run in there. TTT against Jokes, that's who we're going to be rolling out with. We have BTD. Imor is going to be very upset about that. Imor dropping down into the 3rd place, and Punisher also dropping down to the 3rd place, so Imor will not be happy with that result, I can assure you. ASN and against UZVRA. Raid against TQT. Quick against Wagme. So CHRD will not be happy. Appa against OGT. I can assure you Zenith will not be happy. Going down into 3rd place there. IKPA against Booty, which means Synergy drop down into 3rd place playoff, and they won't be happy either. Endgame against Unique, so Endgame would be, pretty relieved. A1N1, however, will not be relieved. They will be pretty miffed about that result for them. So not really upset, but upsetting enough for the clans to be perfectly honest and frank with you. Right, we have some replays that have been sent through. So let's have a look at them. This is the first one sent in by XS. in the 50B. Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had a quick break, as you do in between games. You know, one of those things. That's why you need double commentators. So when one goes for a sly coffee break, the other one can sort of fill in the gap. So and I understand that Immor's blip is because they only had 6 players, apparently. So that is a bit of a blip. Having 6 players in this, it doesn't really help your cause. Well, this is a great game in the 50B, not going to lie. $4.5k. See, the 50B is still a nice tank and a well-deserved mastery to boot. So So this is Bill, all the way from not so sunny Edmonton in Canada. 73-year-old in Edmonton, he says. That means he's 73 years young. This is the first replay he's ever sent me. It is, however, is it uprising? I don't know. Is that uprising? Maybe. But it doesn't matter because I don't care. It's a replay from a long-time viewer and subscriber. And it's always nice to see these things. So we'll just chill out, Bill, and watch your replay. Oh, Paul 57 heavy getting a bit of a smacking there. Good bounce. Back against the wall a little bit, Bill, though, because you are a tier 9 in a tier 10 game. But hey, you're doing well here. Getting those bounces. Oh, that came from behind. WZ12, the 121B. Being a little bit cheeky there. Dropping his invisibility, I think. Getting right behind. But maybe his undoing. Good tracking shot there from Bill. Can he spin him around? Can he smack him again? He should be able to as he gets around the corner. Oh, he just manages to get into safety. But is it safe enough? No, it's not. There's another smacking there. And again, boom! Come on, ram him! Oh, Harry Carey there at the 121B decided that no, I'm just going to ram you and commit Harry Carey. Simple, really. So already Bill is up to 2-2-2-2-2. What a scoreline! 2-2-2-2-2. Not bad for a tier 9er. Oh, 57 heavy is just out of range, but what about these guys here? Oh, E50, down he goes. What about the... Oh, look at this. Push round. In my little Type 61. Hopefully the Vickers will get a bit aggressive. Aggro going down. Vickers is pretty contained there. Back away. Oh, the 121B is back. And the 121B takes him down. What's he got? Oh, Inferno! You've got to press Inferno. You've got to press Inferno. Now, when you've got Inferno, changes the dynamic of battle completely. Because you suddenly have the ability to hurt everything that comes in front of your gun. And there's a T-57 heavy. Oh, the 57 heavy. Oh, look at this. Oh, he's thinking about it. Come on, Yo-Yo. Stick your nose out. And oh, the Yo just doesn't want to come out. Bill not taking the shot there. That was a good move. He would have wasted. No, backing away. Trying to get into a decent position here so he can use this Inferno wisely. Down goes the E100. Unfortunately, some people don't like some people, especially the AMX. AMS has been spun around. Here comes the Yo-Yo. Oh, Bill, no, you didn't need to shoot there, but you took out the Vickers. The Vickers caught by the additional bit. The additional bit. The overflow of the Inferno. Oh, he gets spun around and infernoed himself. Oh, Bill gets caught up on the corner. He's survived. That Yo desperately trying to get a little bit of Bill there. But Bill's now got his Inferno back. Is he going to be able to make do with it? Both teams are down a tank, however. Is that 57 heavy dead? I think he is. I think he's the dead one. Bill's just waiting for that serpent. Oh, he doesn't get a good connection. The serpent's troll armor just prevents that a little bit. 2 tanks down on Bill's team. Oh, the Vickers on the 1-1-1 comes back in again. Bill's now got the double shot. Squiz it forward a little bit, if you don't mind. 57 heavy is not dead. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That was just bad RNG. Not gonna lie. Unfortunately, Bill, I may have to cut your replay short. We've only got another minute. Waiting for that. Yeah, you can't really hit the serpent, but he's got his Inferno back. Back's against the wall slightly though. He's got to be careful. That 57 heavy. He's got a bead on him. The problem with the double shot is that the reticle is so wide. You've really got to wait for it to come down. Oh, that poor Vickers. I don't think he wanted to expected that then. Go on. Yeah. Vickers, down he goes, leveling the score up. Both tanks down, both teams down. 3 and 3. Last lives are out there. 57 heavy is still very healthy, but can he get an Inferno into him? Yes, he can. Poor 57 heavy did not expect that, and this is a turnaround. The game is turning around. Only 55 seconds to go. Ooh. 7.4k, well held out here in the little tier 9 type 61. Just 2 tanks on the other side, one of them being the Vickers, which has just lost almost all his HP. Not much. Oh, and he's gone. It's all over for the Vickers. 20 seconds left. The Yo is telling everybody go to the spawn, but they know that they've got to go to the spawn. They have no choice. There he is. It's an E50M. Going for the ram. The E50M looks AFK, to be fair. I don't think he took much. It's all over anyway. Nicely done. $7.4k, none too shabby in a tier 9 when you're in a tier 10 battle. Look at that, 3rd top damage, putting shame to the E100, the Sheridan and the FV. Excellent game there, Bill. And we should have our tournament. Boom. And we're straight into it, going out here in the grand final, TTT against Jokes. Jokes are riding pretty high at the top of the table here. TTT, Wow, they'll be looking to turn this around. We have TTT on the north spawn, Jokes on the south spawn here on Yukon. TTT first, we have Seek and Destroy TTT in the Type 71, Jenahart coming back in the Type 71, Gabrielle in the T95, Pudgy in the Type 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in a Vickers, Essen in a 60 TP, and the Odyssey in a 60 TP. Moving over to Jokes, we have Venu in a Type 71, Sinkir in a Type 71, Ahsoka in a Type 71, Zahn in a 60 TP, Marsink. Is that which one is that? It is Marsink. Marsink in a Badger. Tic Tac. What? How do you say that? Tic Taco? Tic Tacu? Tic Tacu in a 71 and Alpola in a T100. Which one is it? Alpoloka. There you go. So, heavy lineup. And a Badger. Another Badger. Badger seems to be the way to go nowadays, TD wise. But aside from that, and the T100 and the LT and the T100 LT, Jokes have gone for a very heavy lineup. Then again, so has TTT. So it's going to be an interesting one. This Jokes at the moment, if I remember rightly. Oh no, they're just clinging on to top 8 at this moment in time, and TTT are above them. So Jokes will be looking to turn that deficit around and leapfrog their way up that table into the top 8 securely. So remember guys, this is now best of 7. First of 4 victories, not the first 3. So we've got plenty of action here coming up in the grand final of PYS number 3. This is group number 5. This is TTT versus Jokes, or Jokes versus TTT, whichever way you want to look at it. Let's get up high into the back of the map. And TTT already sending tanks out towards the A cap. They will do a fast cap on B. Jokes on the other end. Well, Alpaloka has gone out to overspot and overlook D with the rest of the team. Let's get around there quickly. Well, Sinkir has jumped into that C cap straight away with Tick. That's such a tongue twister. Venu in Tic Tacu, along with Ashoka looking over the A cap. Cap advantage will eventually go to Jokes. TTT have got it at the moment. Oh, but Seek and Destroy a TTT comes around the corner and gets absolutely smacked for his troubles. Didn't expect to see Venu, Ashoka and Marsink there, along with Tikataku. That's Tic Tacu. That's killing me, that name. I'm going to have to call you Tic Tac. Just Tic Tac. And now Venu, Tic Tac and Ahsoka pushing down onto Seek and Destroy, trying to get him out the game early. And why not? He is isolated. They have got the points advantage. They have also got... well, they haven't got the hit points advantage. They've lost a few hit points here, but they do have the points advantage. Can they now... Oh no! Tic Tac goes down! Down goes Tic Tac. And but at the same time, so does Seek and Destroy. So level pegging. Sink here, however, in a bit of problems over here. He's got tanks coming from behind, and down goes Sink here. And 2 tanks down for Jokes. They've got to pull this back. Badger looking to put a big roll into Jenart, and he does. Sarny X has also got to try. Oh, Sarny X! What happened there? That was just a massive kill. It wasn't an ammo rack, it was just a big kill. And Jokes losing 3 tanks for the price of 1. There's a lot of low hit point tanks out there though for TTT. There goes one of them, Jenhart. And now almost Sink, down he goes, courtesy of Padji. And now Ahsoka looking to finish off, along with Venu, the Odyssey. The Odyssey needs to go down if they want to bring themselves back into this. It's 3 against 4. Scrub that. It's 2 against too many. Venu, however, is incredibly healthy, and he's going to face off against Gabrielle here, trying to put those tracking shots in. And Venu turning his rear. He's got a Type 71 of Padji coming up, but he's desperately trying to get Gabrielle out the game. The 60 TP of Ison will come round and should be able to put a big roll with that tungsten into the back of Venu. And Venu, down he goes. TTT, they get the first win here on the grand final. So it started well there for Jokes, but Venu consolidated themselves, composed themselves, pushed back heavily, managed to turn it around, and they will take the first win. However, it is best of 7, not best of 5. And with best of 7, losing one game doesn't really matter. I have got to keep saying it though, the clans are keeping a close eye on their CP percentages, because it does make a big difference. Anyway, Jokes are ready up first. They are now on the North spawn. We have Venu in a Type 71, Patrick coming in a Type 71, Sinkir in a 71, Ashoka in a 71, Sani in a 71, Marsink in a 71, and Alpaloka in a T100. Moving over to TTT, Seek and Destroy TTT in a 71, Jen Hart in a 71, Gabriel in a 95, Padji in a 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in a Vickers, Essen in a 60 TP, and the Odyssey in a 60 TP. So Jokes now will understand the mantle of TTT, and they'll be looking to change around and probably bring themselves back into the game, take it up to a level points. TTT will be looking to consolidate. They want to keep themselves in that top 8 position, but so do Jokes. And Jokes are not likely to give this one up anytime soon. They will fight back, and they will probably try and fight back as hard as they can. It is PYS number 2, admittedly, but at the end of this one, that is halfway through the PYS element of the tour. We are at the 50% mark of the PYS tour, therefore a lot rides on these games. Yukon, never the easiest of maps, to be perfectly honest with you. Nice and big, 4 caps, and it's all about trying to predict where your opponent is going to be heading. Hit points are in favour of TTT in the tune of 400. Doesn't give them a massive advantage, which means they've got a slightly more hit points than the other team. Nothing more than that. So let's get up high into the back of the map. TTT, wow, looks like they're going the long way around. They're going to send the Vickers, it seems, to the C cap with support from the 60 TPs, and the 71s are going to the D cap. Alpaloka is already going to overlook the D cap, whereas B cap will be taken quickly by Jokes, although Sani X is left and left Sinkir there alone, and the 71s are pushing through towards the A cap. Problem is, there's nobody there. We have Seek and Destroying the Vickers light, it's like doing a reverse. The Vickers went to the C cap and the heavies went through the middle, kind of catching Jokes off guard a little bit there. Odyssey and Essen in the 60 TPs trying to get up and round the back. Now they have been spotted by the T100 LT as he tries to get out of there, Alpaloka, but that doesn't really help their cause. Sinkir having to turn around, Venu and Marsink, Sani X also turning around to see the danger coming from behind and through their spawn. Cap points are in favour of TTT, however, not in favour of Jokes. They have all got equal caps, however, but now Jokes have just got to make sure that they land these shots and try their best to turn this one around. Alpaloka trying desperately to get out there, definitely avoiding those shots, but not able to avoid Padji. And now we've got to see Jokes. They've got to look at trying to push onto these 60 TPs. Patrick round the back. Ashoka and Sani X coming in. Great shot from Patrick there into the back of Ison. And now the breakout from Jokes, looking to isolate Ison here in the 60 TP. They do. Ison goes down. And at the same time, however, these Type 71s down here, Venu very low. Don't think he's going to last. No, he doesn't. Marsink are not really able to help him. But there are 4 tanks down there. And all of a sudden, there are 2 tanks down. And they're the 60 TPs for TTT. They won't mind that for the loss of their 2 Type 71s, to be perfectly honest with you, at this moment in time, because they've still got plenty of Type 71s out there. And now they've just lost another tank. 3 tanks down. Jokes are trying desperately to pull this one back. Ahsoka's got to stay relatively safe, though. And same as Alpaloka, getting hard pushing in. They're trying to push down onto Ashoka. Ahsoka here's got to get out of danger. And Sani X and Patrick have got to do their best. And Sinkir's got to come in and trying to help out as well. And they're desperately trying to, as Ahsoka carries on moving in, trying to retreat. Good move there. However, Ahsoka goes down because of Jen Hart. But at the same time, so does Genhart. So it's 3 against 3. The points are in favour of TTT. Seek and Destroy. Patrick looking to push around onto him, trying to avoid Gabriel. And Seek and Destroy in the Vickers there, giving Sinkier a hard time. And Sarniak still very healthy, looking to put a big roll into the back. And he does now. Is he going to go for the ram? Yes, he does, but he doesn't manage to complete it. And at the same time, Sinkier went down. They've got to get Seek and Destroy out the game. Seek and Destroy is down and out. And it's 2 very healthy Type 71s against a Vickers and a T95. Great shot coming in by Patrick into Gabriel. Gabriel there managing to survive. Seek and Destroy jumping into that A-cap, trying to win it on the cap points. He is in a Vickers Light after all. He cannot be chased around the map. Not really. Not from the Type 71s. And to be fair, the T95 is also a really quick tank in comparison. Seek and Destroy has been spotted. Patrick is looking to get to the A-cap and fend him off. Sarni X is looking to get to the C-cap. 900 points against 850 points effectively. Patrick getting into the A-cap. Sarni X just staying in the C-cap. Seek and Destroy gets a shot in, but he gets absolutely pummeled as well by Sarni X. Can Sarni X load up? He drops the adrenaline, but no. Seek and Destroy gets into safety. And because they've still got the D-cap, oh, Gabriel also managing to put a shot into Sarni X. And it looks like that this one, the Vickers of TTT, Seek and Destroy there, going to go for the B-cap. And they are potentially going to win this one on caps. He's only got to pop into the B-cap. Patrick understands the danger, so does Sarni X. If they could take Gabriel out. Gabriel has been spotted. Oh! Double tapping, getting both of them right at the last minute. Wow played, Jokes. Wow played, TTT. Gabriel and Seek and Destroy doing what they can to stay safe and try and bring that one home on the point. But Patrick and Sarni X managing to turn it back and giving the win to Jokes. That levels the score up as we go into Winter Malanovka. What a fantastic battle that was. And if you weren't watching it, more fool you. We will have TTT on the North Spawn, Jokes on the South Spawn. I tell you, there better be pats on the back to Patrick and Sarni X there from the Jokes team. They really deserved it. Holding their nerve as long as possible and managing to take both tanks out at the final whistle. Wowzers. Wowzers. You don't get much closer than that. Jokes are readying up first. We have Venu in a Type 71, Patrick in the 71, Sinkira in the Crown Runner, Ashoka in a 71, Sarni X potentially in a 71, Mars Sink potentially in a 71, and Alpaloka also potentially in a 71. So with the exception of, oh no, Mars Sink has dropped into a 907. Good bit of mobility there for Jokes. So with the exception of Sinkir and Mars Sink, everybody else in the heavy tank, the Type 71. Moving over to TTT, we have got Seek and Destroy TTT in the IS-7, Gabriel in the 71, Paggi in the 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in the 71, Ison in the 60 TP, the Odyssey in the 60 TP, and Zapot in the 72. Oh, that was a fantastic last battle. Can't get closer. Down to the wire. Wowzers. That was a good game. Both teams playing the best they could. A 2v2 right at the end. Both of them won shots, and I don't think they expected to actually be shot. I thought they both thought, nah, we're safe. It's going to be okay. I hate to laugh. Sorry, TTT, but that was just fantastic play by Jokes. It did actually look like TTT were taking that one home. Jokes with the advantage on hit points, and quite a significant one as well here. They have gone full on heavy. So let's get up high and to the back of the map. Jokes looking to look for the B and the C strat here, sending their Type 71s outwards towards C, and everybody else consolidating around the middle portion of the map. While sinking the 907, well, he's dropping down to the A-cap. He's going to be uncontested there. It's effectively free real estate for him. Moving back up, Alpaloka is just covering the B cap, but TTT bit between their teeth here a little bit. Seek and Destroy pushing, and he gets smacked for his troubles. Jokes just stacking their tanks up, overlooking C. They know that Seek and Destroy Tat is there, and they also know that Padgy's there. So Jokes trying to get themselves into decent positions, trying to make sure that they're able to consolidate. The B cap will be taken now by TTT, and Jokes, they are pushing round the back, whilst TTT push through the middle. So it's all about who is able to first. Now Paloka here has been singled out. Not much Paloka can do about it. He's doomed. All he can do is try and take as many hit points away from those tanks as humanly possible before he goes down. But he's got 4 tanks around him. That, however, makes TTT light on this side of the map. Jokes have lost a tank, but they're in danger of losing 2 tanks for 1 tank. Seek and Destroy. Tat is singled out here. Ahsoka should be able to finish him off, and they do. Now they can switch their attention to Padgy. Padgy is the next one on the hit list. So despite losing a tank early doors, Alpaloka, he did his job, held those tanks up, took some HP out of them, and allowed his team to take 2 tanks out for the price of his loss. And now we've swapped the spawn points completely. Jokes are on this side of the map. TTT are now on the other side of the map. TTT jumping into that C cap, trying to cap it, and Ashoka pushing down onto Ison here. Gets a shot, does Ison into the front of Ahsoka, but Patrick is just behind. Gabrielle is also just behind Ahsoka. Sinkir, massive rolls going into Sinkir in that Kranwagen. He's just slightly out in the open, and the VK was able to hurt him. Sinkir, down he goes. So 2 tanks down a piece. Vanu is also on a 1-shot now, and can they take Essen before Vanu? Yes, they can. Vanu, oh, he manages to stay safe. He's not on fire. He just manages to stay safe, and now Jokes are trying to consolidate. Ahsoka's got to be careful. Sarnia, he's going to stay behind Sarnia X as Sarnia X comes up and tries to make sure that Seek and Destroy doesn't do too much damage to Ahsoka. At the same time, though, Patrick is being pushed by 3. Odyssey, Support is looking to get shots into the back of Ahsoka. This is good stuff from TTT, not going to lie. Down goes Ahsoka. It's 3 against 4. Sarnia X bouncing off Gabrielle there. Vanu's got no choice but to come in, despite the fact he's only got 200 hit points. He has to try and release some of the tension. Marsink, well, he's also being focused over there. But we're watching here, Sarnia X, he's the only tank with... And down goes Marsink. 2 against 4. Gabrielle is a 1-shot, but so is Venu. And Sarnia X is desperately trying to get Gabrielle out the game. He's got to be careful of that VK though, because the VK can put a big roll in, and the VK does. Sarnia X now losing virtually all his hit points. This one is going to go to TTT, and it does on the points. And that was very well played by TTT. Able to turn it around and bring it back. (2-1) as we go into the next match here on Winter Malinovka. It looked at one stage there that Jokes did have the upper hand, but TTT were able to consolidate, regroup themselves, and make the pushes in the right directions, call out the game plays, and make sure their focus fire was on point. We are swapping the spawn points. This time we have Jokes on the north spawn, TTT on the south. Jokes are about to ready up first. We have Venu in the 71, Patrick in the 71, Sinkir, in fact they're all in the 71. Let's not bother going through them all. Apart from El Paloka, who may not be in a 71. He may change. Moving out, and he does change to a T100 LT. Moving over to TTT, we have Seek and Destroy TTT in the 113, Gabrielle in the IS-4, Padgy in a Type 71, Seek and Destroy Tat in a Vickers Light, Essen in a 113, the Odyssey in a 71, and Support in a 71. Again, Jokes will be looking to try and crawl their way back into this game after that. TTT, well, they'll be looking to try and extend their lead. They did go 1-0, and then they were convincingly brought back. They've now gone 2-1. Can Jokes turn it back around again? Well, at the end of the day, any time will tell, and we've got less than 10 seconds before we kick off. Again, Jokes will be mindful of that CP percentage. They've now lost 4 games in this this stage of the Prove Your Skill number 2. That's not going to help them. However, Jokes, they are in the top 8. They want to stay in the top 8. So we've got to pull something out the bag here. Bring themselves back into contention. Oh, Tic Tac is back. Tic Tacu. Anyway, we have TTT. Well, the Vickers Light doing the opposite to what you would normally expect. Not going to the A cap, heading towards the B cap or possibly the C cap. Essen in the 113 just holding back. The Odyssey, Gabriel taking defensive positions, waiting for Jokes to make their move. Jokes going through the push, down through the middle, bouncing as they do. Tic Tac and Venu pushing down and through. This is a good move. They're able to get shots across. Venu does get a bit of a bloody nose, but nothing to complain about. The trade was good. Zapport, Zapport's losing hit points. A cap will be taken, but the cap advantage will go to TTT with that Vickers in the C cap. B cap, however, Gabriel, knowing that Jokes have gone for the A cap and push through their spawn strategy, have now moved to the B cap and able to take that. So cap advantage will now firmly go to TTT, and TTT will now be looking to bunker down and try and defend anything that comes up and over or through the middle. Gabriel just backing away now after taking the B cap. Jokes now are stacking up on the side here, and they'll probably stack up in the middle as well. While Sink should be joining Sink here, I would have thought. You'll probably get pushing from 3 directions. Venu, Patrick will push down that line, Tic Tac and Ahsoka down that line, Sink here, and Marsink down their line. You can see that TTT are expecting it. They're just retreating back as far as they can into their spawn, leaving the B cap wide open but covered at the same time. And that's like baiting the Jokes to make that move on B. Now Venu and Patrick going out wide, but Venu getting spotted by the 113 there. They do know where the tanks... Oh, big shots going into Venu. There's a port calling it, attack Venu. And they've got to be careful here. There are 3 tanks stacked up here for TTT, making sure that that flank is covered. And they also have tanks covered on the other side. Sink here with the shot coming... No, it was Mars Sink with the shot coming across into the Odyssey. Pointer at 700 against 500. Jokes will be looking to make a move very shortly, probably at the maybe 750, 800 mark. No, they're going at the 750 mark. Here comes Sink here and Mars Sink. They're looking to go for the B cap. And at the same time, there's... Oh, massive ping there. Nothing like a big ping. And at the same time, we've got them pushing down onto the flank. Ahsoka, Patrick, Venu, Tic Tac, all pushing around. And Support managing to get out of there, but Patrick could be in a bit of problem here. He's the one being focused. Venu looking to put shots into Essen. Patrick down he goes, but the Odyssey has also gone down. Now Jokes have to consolidate. They're at 885. Oh, Ison goes down. Now they're going to push onto Support. Support should be the next one that they are attacking. And it looks like that's the game plan. Pushing down onto Support. Oh, Venu is looking way low there. But the B cap is the one that they're looking for as well. They're looking for the caps as well as everything else. 715 against 835. Seek and Destroy and Alpaloka are all tussling over here. Who's going to win this little battle? Because this one's important. Who's got the DPM? It looks like it should be Alpaloka. And it is. Takes down the Vickers. But Venu is a one-shot. Tic Tac is a one-shot. Alpaloco is a one-shot. Seek and Destroy TTT goes down. It is switched. Jokes have got the upper hand here. Gabriel and Page are the last men standing. Gabriel has got tanks surrounding him, but Page wins his brawl against Venu. Gabriel here has got to hold on. Jokes have got the points. Jokes have got the hit points. And now Jokes have also got the guns on the battlefield. Paggi is the last man standing here. Can he do anything about this? Alpaloco and Tic Tac are not going to be moving in. All the bases are now covered. It's all over. They've won on the points anyway. Jokes bring it back for a second time. 2-2 as we go into the third match. What another fantastic game. Great little push from Jokes there. Not a bad counter push coming the other way, but boy, what a great game that was. Moving now into Faust. Not the easiest of maps. We will have TTT on the north spawn, Jokes on the south spawn. And that was a massive ping spike, yeah. You know, loss of 48% just like that. Boom. Don't know what happened. TTT have readied up first. We have Seek and Destroy TTT in the 60 TP, potentially. Oh, they haven't readied up first. I thought they had, but they haven't. They're still checking their meta. Moving over to Jokes, we have Venu in the... Well, they're all in the 71, apart from Alpha Loca, who's in the T100 LT. And TTT, well... Seek and Destroy, TTT in the 113, Gabrielle in the T100, Padgy in the Type 71, Seek and Destroy, Tat in the 60 TP, Essen in a 113, and the Odyssey and Zapot in a 71. Although they're changing again. Yeah, being changed again. Or are they? Yes, they are. Seek and Destroy Tat has now jumped into a T100. The Odyssey is sticking with the 60 TP, however, and Seek and Destroy TTT is staying with the 11Z. So quite a lot of mobility there, those two T100s. There's only one T100 for Jokes, but they have 6 Type 71s. Is that going to make a difference? It probably will. Type 71 is pretty hardcore tank. Let's not kid ourselves here. However, TTT have been playing very well. Can they go to match point? If they do, can Jokes then pull it back again? Or can Jokes pull away here? Can they put TTT under pressure? Either way, let's get up high into the back of the map as we normally do. So we've got the Odyssey and the two T100s there looking for that C cap, with the Type 71s looking towards the A cap area. Moving over the map as quickly as we can when we're in this mode. Well, we've got Tic Tac, Ahsoka and Marsink looking for the B cap overlook. And D cap will be taken by Jokes, but they will be playing second fiddle here as C cap is taken first. But Tic Tac managing to dive into the B cap, and that will give them the cap advantage and will put TTT under a little bit of cap pressure. Now TTT looking to come down through the middle area quite aggressively, in fact, trying to get shots into Marsink there, not able to reset the B cap, and Tic Tac and Marsink able to get out of the danger zone, and now TTT are pushing through. Ahsoka is just waiting there, so is Tic Tac and so is Marsink. Sinkira's come round to help as well. There should be cross shots coming in as they come through, but no, they don't, because they've got the T100s. Oh, Ison! They waited for the 113, and now they're pushing down. Poor old Ison here. He's been singled out, and down he goes under a barrage of fire from Jokes. And now Jokes are spinning it around and looking at the B cap, but they do lose Ahsoka there. They didn't want to do that. Marsink looking to finish off Padgy here. Padgy here is in a world of pain. Not much he can do about it. Now the T100s come in. Padgy is a one shot. No, he's not. He's a no shot. And now the T100 coming around. Oh, was he tracked? No, I don't think he was. But Vanu is going to look to a bit of... And he's ramming him. Oh, that T100 of Seek and Destroy Tap. Didn't expect it to go as badly as that, I don't think. Now they're looking for support. 3 tanks down for TTT. This is impressive stuff from Jokes. They've really played it aggressively, but down goes Marsink as they push through, looking to try and finish off support here. Down he goes. 3 against 4. The advantage is currently with Jokes. Jokes are here looking to finish off TTT in the 113. Seek and Destroy, that is. Alpaloka coming in to help out as well. Down he goes. It's 2 against 3. We have Gabrielle, the Odyssey, very healthy 60 TP, but the bases at the moment, although Gabriel may be looking to snap that B cap, that A cap, sorry. Jokes just consolidating here a little bit. Patrick and Venu want to push down onto the Odyssey together. Alpaloka, though, he's got to be careful because he doesn't want to get too broad. Oh, great shot from Gabriel. Now they've got to make moves onto the Odyssey. And they do that. Odyssey losing hit points. Patrick has got to make sure his shots count, and so is Venu. Venu bounces. Patrick coming around. He needs to have some help here, does Venu. Great shot. Now Venu should be able to finish off the Odyssey. He needs to make this one count. No, he bounces. That could be... He's got the HP, but it could be disastrous. It depends what happens over there with Gabriel and Alpaloka. At the moment, Alpaloka has got the upper hand, but he's got to finish off. Venu finally finish off the Odyssey. Gabriel and Alpaloka. Gabriel should be able to finish off, and he does. It's a 1v1, and it's a T100 against a Type 71. And Venu not really looking to wanting to chase that T100 there. The T100 will be looking for the A cap, no doubt. Will it help? There, he's 200 points behind. Near as damn it. I don't think it will be enough. Venu has just got to protect his bases. They're 200 points away from victory. Venu is incredibly healthy. Gabriel, well, he has been spotted. He can't do anything to Venu. He can't attack Venu. He cannot be aggressive on Venu. Venu, on the other hand, can afford to do whatever. Tic Tac is saying, don't waste time, it's all over, you know it is. Gabriel, though, thinks differently. To be fair, unless something really weird happens, like Gabriel managing to get one ammo rack lucky shot, then this one will go to Jokes. Jokes will, therefore, take match point. And for the first time in this grand final, they will be ahead. Venu is just happy to ride out the time. He knows damn well TTT cannot win it. So, what a game. The game going down to the wire. Ah, hello future. Jack, the man with the concept Wumby. So, Jokes stealing that one. Well, not really. I mean, that's unfair. They didn't steal it at all. They won it fair and squarely. They played incredibly well. TTT tried their mightiest to stop it. Couple of bounces there from Venu, will be kicking himself. He should have finished off the Odyssey a lot sooner. Odyssey knocking out 6k. So, not an easy game. As we go into the next part of Faust. At the moment, we have Jokes at match point here against TTT. Can TTT, however, bring it back? We are swapping the spawn points. TTT on the south spawn, Jokes on the north. Just waiting for them to ready up into their selected tanks. So it's Jokes first. We have everybody in a Type 71 apart from Patrick, who's in an IS-7, and Alpaloka, who's still in the T100. Moving over to TTT, we have Seek and Destroy TTT in the 113. Jen Hart coming back in the Type 71. Gabriel in the T100 LT. Padji in a Type 71. Essen in a 71. The Odyssey in an IS-7. And Zaport in the IS-7. Manu, have you finished already? Wowzers. Lucky you. So here we go. For the first time in this grand final, Jokes have got the upper hand over TTT. TTT also will be mindful of that CP percentage. They've now lost how many games? 6 games in this Prove Your Skill. And that really does not help when you need that CP percentage, what with the cups being as tight as they are. Jokes will be looking to cement their top 8 space as they go into Prove Your Skill number 3 at the expense of TTT. TTT, however, they don't want Jokes to do that. They want to stay in the top 8 and they want to stay pretty high in the top 8. So they will be looking to turn this one around as much as they possibly can. It's all primed for a fantastic flutter at the end. So we have TTT, Odyssey and the support heading out towards the B cap. The rest heading towards the D cap and through that area. Moving around the map quickly, as quickly as you can go as a spectator. Patrick, well, he was looking to take the C cap, but he's backed away. He's worried that TTT are pushing heavily through, and he should be worried. And that just goes to show the experience of Patrick. He knows what was coming. Ahsoka there in the Type 71 is taking the A cap. Cap advantage will go to TTT, but Patrick managing to definitely get out of the way, but he is going to be facing a lot of heavy tanks coming through. C and D will be taken by TTT, which means Jokes have got the work to do. They're on the back foot on this one. And we've seen in the games how they've been going, these two teams are pretty much evenly matched. Not being funny. So TTT firmly got the advantage now. Let's move round and see what TTT are actually looking at here. Patrick again backing away. TTT not really in the right mind to wanting to push, although they're saying attack sync here. They're not in the mindset to push. They don't want to overextend, and that's what Jokes want them to do. Jokes would like them to overextend. And now we've got Jokes making a counter push, looking to focus Odyssey. Odyssey is the target. They've gone down the bottom. They haven't gone up the top. And poor old Odyssey's been singled out. And this is a great move from Jokes. Odyssey, down he goes. Just like that, the focus fire is in. Now we need to quickly zip around because Support is the next on the hit list in the IS-7. And that has prompted TTT to make a move. But Support is losing hit points rapidly. He's got Sync here in the 71 behind him. Tic Tac, however, is a one-shot. Oh, but Tic Tac gets to safety and Support doesn't. Venu, and Tic Tac goes down, and Venu is a one-shot. Patrick here desperately trying to get the shots in, but they've contained them at this cap area. And as you can see, we've got Paggi here backing away. Genhart and Ahsoka. Sync here is looking very, very low. 2 tanks down a piece, but Paggi is a one-shot. They're trying to get the Rams in. Paggi, how is he surviving? That's unbelievable. Sync finally finishing him off. 3 tanks down, but 3 tanks down a piece. And it's getting all bitty down there. We're rolling out with Genhart. I have to flick to this move because... Genhart goes down, but so does Sync here. 3 against 3. Points are in favour, however, of TTT. And here we go again with Gabriel and Alpaloka facing off against each other. And it's always a good one-on-one between these two. They've been one-on-one all evening, and to be perfectly honest with you. Well, let's move over to the other side. Sync, they're looking to close down Seek and Destroy. Ahsoka here looking to finish off Seek and Destroy. Seek and Destroy should be able to get a shot in. Sync, down here. Paloka is winning the one-on-one with Gabriel here. It's 2 against 1. No, it's not. It's 1 against 1. Ison is the last man standing. And just like that, the dynamic of the game is absolutely changed. Jokes have got the upper hand to the expense of TTT. Sync blocking the shots on Ahsoka, allowing Alpaloka to come in and finish off Ison. And that is it. Jokes take the victory. Wowzers. Unbelievable. The first time they ended to go up in this grand final, and then they run home with it and take away the glory at the expense of TTT. What a fantastic grand final that was here for Group 5. Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations to the Jokes team. You wouldn't have thought that in the first 2 matches when they went down first and then had to drag it back and then went down again and had to drag it back. Massive commiserations to TTT. We will have to wait, though, until tomorrow in real terms while the scorecards update to see how much that has damaged TTT, because it will damage both their cups and it will damage their CP percentage, because they've just lost 4 battles there and they lost 3 battles earlier. They lost 7 battles overall. That means their CP percentage will change. Let's see how everybody else is done, if we can. Hopefully the scoreboards are up, so let's have a look, and here we go. So Pink turning over Phoenix, they will take the top spot today in Group 1, so congratulations to Pink. BPS, they turned over Legion 4-0, congratulations to BPS. Vale and Serenity are still fighting it out there, and that's in Group 3, so everybody needs to get over and have a look at that. BPS turning over UZ 4-0. We've just seen Jokes in TTT. Jokes turning over TTT 4-2. PWNZ turning over BTD, who in turn turned over Immel 4-0. Immel will be kicking themselves. ASN will also be kicking themselves, losing to UZVRA. Or Dirty Morty as they're called. They will be kicking themselves at that. ASN will be saying, how did we do that? That shouldn't have happened. Raid turning over TQT, but losing a battle in the meanwhile. Quick turning over WAGME and winning, so congratulations to Quick. Oh, and congratulations to, yeah, I forgot to say that. Congratulations to whatever your name is. Dirty Morty. And congratulations to Raid, congratulations to Quick, congratulations to APA. Zenith also getting 3rd place, but they won't be happy with that, I can tell you that for a fact. IKPA, congratulations, they turned over Booty. And Endgame turning over Unique to take that final one there. We're just waiting on the results, therefore, of Vale against Serenity, which clearly is a tough match. I mean, it was always going to be. And I'm not just saying that because I happen to be in Vale. Oh, hang on. What's happened? Where are the brackets? What happened to the brackets? Give me the brackets. No, they're still playing. So they are still playing. So guys, get yourself out to Wild One's helper. That's the stream you need to be looking at, because he's the one streaming that particular game. And if it's still ongoing, it's going to be bloody close. So I would recommend all of you get over there, to be perfectly honest with you. I'll give you a quick update before we leave the stream here, though, if I can. Assuming YouTube will land on time, because now everything is all about adverts. Oh my god, how many adverts? So at the moment, Vale 3, Serenity 2. So that's how it stands at the moment. Vale 3, Serenity 2. However, Serenity seem to have the upper hand in this game. It's 5 against 3. So with that, guys, with that, I'm going to say thank you all for popping into my stream. That's the end of it now. Seriously, all get over to Wild One's Alpha stream, where Vale are now level pegging into a decider with Serenity. And with that, I'm going to say cheerio, and thank you all for watching. We're back again soon, so keep your eyes open. And until then, guys, all the best. What? Why would I replace Doodles? That makes no sense. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go. So thank you all for popping in. We're back again. Tomorrow is the day off, so we're back again on the 1st of November, 2nd of November, sorry. So until then, guys, all the best. Get over to Wild One's Alpha stream, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Why would I